Hi guys.
Hello Flosstube, it's the Disorganized Stitcher. Welcome to my channel. This is my daughter. She's now going by
Panda Stitcher.
Panda Stitcher, yes. She just started her own Flosstube channel, so if you're so inclined, please go check it out. We tend to turn off the comments on there, but she'd still love your views and your subscribes. We're trying this outside today. The lighting was supposed to be great, but of course as soon as I got everything ready and set up, the sun went behind the clouds and it's overcast and stormy now. So we'll see how this goes. Also, our neighbor has a rooster crowing, so that's fun. Speaking of poultry, we just got baby chicks, didn't we? Like
and
3 weeks ago?
And tomorrow we're going to get baby ducks.
Yes, we have baby ducks coming tomorrow, hopefully. They were shipped yesterday, so I hope they're doing all right. So, welcome back. It's June, what is today? I don't even know. June 18th, I think, Thursday. And yeah, I've been stitching a lot. I hope you all are well. And May was a crazy stitchy month. I stitched as much as I was hoping and not as much as I was hoping, which doesn't really make much sense, but I think some of you know what I mean. Stitch Mania, if you saw my last video, I wasn't going to participate in Stitch Mania, and then I decided I was on like the 10th. And so I didn't follow all of my plans, but I think that's part of the Stitch Mania tradition, is canceling plans and doing something different. So yeah, let's get right into it. The first one I'm going to show has been my main piece. I started this on May 10th, Mother's Day, actually. So I'm going to call this my Mother's Day start. This was my first start, actually, for May. Do you want to help me hold it up? And this is Japanese Garden from It's a Dimensions kit. So this is not too bad for me for having started about 5 weeks ago. This is where I am. And it feels like right now I'm working in here with the flowers. Look at this loose part thread there. But this feels like it's taking forever. But yeah, it's turning out really pretty. I really like it. Got a lot to go. So this is the center of, so yeah. Okay, that's that. I don't think I have anything else to say about that. And what else? My second start was going to be the Mill Hill Christmas Village. I want to do those little town buildings, Christmas buildings on one piece, and I have everything for it, but I just couldn't get myself motivated to start it because I have several Christmas pieces, and I just thought, why am I starting a new Christmas piece before I finish the others? And every time I would get it out and have to dig through my stash, I just felt so overwhelmed. Honestly, I just felt so overwhelmed. So I didn't start that one. That one didn't get going. But I did find, I stumbled upon a stitch along from a place called Stitcherly. I hope I'm saying that right. Stitchingly. I think it's Stitchingly. It's a UK company. They do stitch alongs and tutorials. And I found this. You can go ahead and show. I'm going to have to flip this around. It's called Stitcher's Code. It was a stitch along, which is now completed, which is what I like to do. I like to see stitch alongs when they're finished instead of, I just like to know what's there. I don't like that element of not knowing. I get that it's fun. It can be fun for some people, but for me, I just prefer to, oh, let's talk about this for a sec. Okay, so this is 6 parts. And I did the first, well, I didn't quite finish it. It says Stitchers, or a Stitcher lives here, don't question the stash. So they're all fun little sayings about being an avid cross stitcher. So I think most of us can relate to that. I'm using a slightly different color palette than what was called for. I wanted to keep it like only a couple of tones, only a couple of colors. So I'm doing blues, purples, and greens for the most part. And I wanted to let you guys know, maybe most of you know, but I just found this. It's new to me. There's a website I stumbled upon called Stitch Palettes, and I love it. And it's got palettes, the color, DMC colors that go together, although I think you can convert. I think you can look at the different, like Anchor and other flosses. But stitchpalettes.com, if you are looking to convert something or just do a simple piece with your own colors, it gives you great ideas of what colors look well together, because I am not good at that. I am not good at figuring out what color goes with what color. And the person that runs it, I think, is really into color theory and everything, and they'll take a photograph and then they'll pull colors from that and show you the DMC equivalent. So it's beautiful. So go check that out if you haven't seen it yet.
Are you talking about the one where if there's a color that you don't have, you can change it?
There's that one too. That's a different one. There's another website that I really like, and it's got a really long address, and I can link it down below. What she's talking about is there is a great website for similar colors. Like if you have a color and you don't have that DMC number,
then you can like look on there, and then it has another color that's like
what's close to it.
Yeah.
So we've substituted a couple times, right? When we haven't had. When you're doing simple designs, it's really cool to do that. Obviously, if you're doing a really complex design, I wouldn't play with it too much because you don't want to mess with that shading.
But if you're doing like a little easy one, like Baby Yoda or something. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of gnats flying around out here. I don't know if they're showing up on the camera or not. I ordered a couple of these Stony Creek Towel of the Month. This is June.
They're so cute.
Isn't it cute? And the towels took their time coming in. They were back ordered. I didn't know that when I ordered it. They were in stock on 1-2-3 Stitch. And then after they sent these, then they told me that they were having to wait on the towels. So I didn't get this started before June. No, I did. I started the last week in May on this. So this was another Maynia start, technically in May. But yeah, so I got a late start. So, and you know, knowing me, I'm not finished with the June one yet.
So yeah.
I only have a little bit done because I had to get some more colors for it. So, show the whole, show the towel, like it will hang like this way.
Yeah,
like
but then it's going to be like, she already has a little part of the flower done. So yeah.
So
and I like that you can stitch on it.
I'm just stitching that in hand, which is kind of hard for me because I have some arthritis in my hands.
You can also stitch in those little tiny boxes.
Yeah,
too.
you could. The weave on the towel, this is my first time trying these on the towels. The Ada, I guess it is, it's 14 count, but it's very big holes. So that was a little bit of a learning process because my needle kept falling out of the holes. It won't stay, like unless I literally hold it. It's very open weave. But yeah, that's fun.
So yeah.
Okay, and then as part of Stitch Mania, I did a Joan Elliott start with Stitch and Mommy. She started on the, was it the 29th, I think?
Yeah, she's
just
fun.
the last 3 days.
She's fun.
Yeah. So I did that along with her. She started a maypole design that was in a magazine, and I started Ladybird Fairy. So let's show Ladybird Fairy. I've been wanting to start her for a long time. She's been in my stash, and her colors are so bright and cheerful.
And including like the fabric, it's much more pretty than
the colors. Yeah, there we go. The colors are. The phone isn't quite sure what to do with this.
Yeah.
But you get the idea. It's very bright, very cheery.
Yeah.
This fabric is one I got on Etsy from Hand Dyed Happiness. It's called Beach Bound, and it's a 32 count Lagana, I do believe. There comes one of our chickens. And I don't know if you can tell, but I got a spot on it, and I don't even know what it was. And I'm not sure, it says not color fast, so I was like really panicking. And I tried to just rinse it with some cold water. And now I've got like, well, you really can't see. Now I've got a little bit of a stain on it, so I don't know what to do. I don't know, you know, maybe it's off enough. Her skirt still comes out a little bit more. If anybody has any ideas what I can do,
please put it.
Please put it, yeah, please let us know. Please give me some ideas on what I can do to fix this. It's not horrible. The actual stain was right here, and so you can kind of still see it, but it's much better than it was. It's much less lighter, but there's like this ring around it. I think where the water maybe like pushed the dye or something.
But yeah.
So it may not even show up when when I frame it, but I'm always gonna kind of know it's there.
Who is that?
So I'm just gonna be really careful with that. I think that's it for stitching that last month, right?
But now let's go to the stuff that she haven't done yet. Like
Haul.
she haven't even started yet.
This is called haul. No finishes, of course. When does that happen?
Yeah.
So let's show these first.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
we got
goodness, I
Two
love
Dimensions
that
kit.
one.
You hadn't seen that one before?
No, I love it.
Get Two Dimensions kit. The European Bistro, which has always been one of my very favorites.
A little bit closer. No, of course. It's kind of a reflection, so it's kind of hard to see it because of the reflection. So don't look at the reflection.
Yeah, it gets glaring. And you guys, again, probably most of you know this, but I just figured out, I know Amazon, their prices fluctuate a lot on a lot of things. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm sorry. So sorry. But I figured that these were pretty fixed. And I've had a bunch of my favorites in the Amazon cart. And I was going to order something one night, and I looked in there, and there were two of these patterns, this one and another one that I really like, that were $18 marked down, and they were new, and I double checked to make sure they were genuine kits. I wish I had ordered both of them. I didn't. I only ordered this one. I wish I'd gotten the other one too, because it went right back up to its normal price. But keep an eye on that and see. Like, I hope I'm not giving away some kind of, but it is worth keeping an eye on, and if it jumps down.
Oh yeah.
Too.
So now
And
there's
then another
this
Dimensions kit.
lovely horses. Beautiful 3 horses with a little church. I don't know what that is. A church back there, but my favorite's the
That
first
is,
ones.
what do they call that? Is it Churchill Downs or something? They have, it's a race. It's a racetrack.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Well,
That's
they even
really
put like
pretty.
on the back. They put a little tie there.
Ribbon.
For-
Yeah,
what
that
is
looks
it
like
meant
the
for?
older style.
Is it supposed to be like a ribbon on there or what?
Yeah, this is the older style, where
Yeah.
they didn't separate the threads. They come in a bundle. And I got this on Mercari. I didn't know about Mercari, but I saw it on another Flosstube about dimensions, and so I've been keeping an eye on that, and I got a really good bargain on this one too. So I snatched that up. I'm not even sure, honestly, if this is one I'm gonna ever stitch.
Mom, have you
but I figured I'd just get it in my stash, and then.
Have you mentioned I might stitch it anyway. Have you mentioned that cool company that gave us free jelly beans and that free pattern?
Oh no, I knew there was something I was missing. We'll have to show that next time.
Yeah.
I knew I had something else.
But they were super amazing because they gave us like 4 free jelly beans and a free pattern that I love.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So there has been a design that I have seen advertised for some time that I really liked. It's a Maura Blackburn sampler, and I've never stitched a sampler. I don't typically gravitate toward samplers, but I kept seeing this kit from the stitchery in emails that the stitchery sends. It's a very expensive kit. It's like an $80 kit, and it comes with Ada. And I didn't really want to pay $80 for a kit where I knew I was gonna swap out the fabric anyway. Maybe it's 16 count. Anyway, and so I had been searching, and I know the pattern used to be sold by itself before they put it into a kit. So I kept searching. Blit Stitch had just recently, like last month I believe, showed it, that he had started it. And he had just the pattern. So I kept searching, and I found like 2 shops online that carried it. 123 Stitch doesn't have it. And one of them was the Silver Needle, so I ordered from the Silver Needle, and they were quick. They shipped it right away and got it right away, and they sent a little thank you card. And what she's talking about is what did they send? Candy?
jelly beans and a free pattern.
Yeah, they sent jelly beans and they sent a free pattern.
So, thank you.
Thank you. We highly recommend them, right?
They're amazing.
Yeah, I think they're in Tulsa. Or in Oklahoma, I believe. I hope I'm saying that right because it's off the top of my head.
So do buy from them.
Do buy from them, yeah. So that was really nice. So I'll have to show that next time. It's the Time and Season sampler. Some of you are probably familiar with that.
Alrighty.
So I have that to in my stash too.
Yeah.
Well, let's show this. We got a new bag.
From Gary.
Gary and Ronnie, Garron. I never know if it's toten bags or totten bags. I'm thinking toten bags. I keep trying to hear them say it, and then I don't remember what it was. But it's Garron, G-A-R-O-N, and they're on Facebook. Very active. Ronnie is one of the Sunshine Stitchers on Flosstube. Gary is one of the Sunshine Stitchers on Flosstube, who most of you know by now. Very popular. And Ronnie stitches the bags. And he does an amazing job. If you can get one, they're very hard to get. He puts them on sale every now and then on Saturdays.
You have 2 bags from them.
And I have 2 bags.
Me 1 free bag.
And Ronnie sent you a free bag.
2 free bags.
Was a gift. It was really nice.
A big one and a little one.
A big and a mini. Yeah, they're really sweet guys. So if you can go on the group and get a bag because it is like wonderful workmanship.
And it's a little bit of dollar
I wish I
for
could
one
sell
of those. It's like a little bit.
So anyway, so this one is coffee, espresso, latte, all that good stuff.
Yummy.
And I had in this bag actually 2
finishes also not to mention, he put another
coordinating fabric
inside.
I
like it because he likes to put 2 different fabrics inside of one bag.
So beautiful.
And my cat one, in my bag there's like a cat, and then inside of it there's a heart. So I like it.
Yeah, it's really great.
And so, right here...
Hold on. I'll say, okay. Well, let me just say, and then you can hold it. So, I realized the other day that on this channel, this Flosstube number is misleading, right? I started with 1, 2, I think I'm at 4 or 5. I have to go back and look. But I started on Flosstube in March 2015. On my Mary Beasley channel, and I only just realized in the last month that 2015 was really when Flosstube was really coming about, and I didn't realize that I was one of the early ones. And I looked back at my first video, number 1, truly number 1, which was 5 years ago, and I had a comment from Carolyn Mazio, who is my favorite Flosstuber of all time. She's not active anymore, but if you go back and watch her videos, they're definitely worth their time. She's great Flosstuber, one of the early ones. And I had a comment from Stephanie Webb, who is Lindy Stitches now. So that was exciting. I was like, oh wow, like I know who these people are now, but I didn't at that time. And so they were there encouraging new Flosstubers. I don't even know if Stephanie was designing them yet or not. Anyway, if you had watched me on that channel, I was very inconsistent with my videos. I only posted a couple a year. I think I probably went a year or 2 without posting at all.
Yeah.
But all of that to say that I have been on Flosstube for a lot of years, 5 years, and I have shown a lot of whip parades, and I have shown several, not a lot, several finishes, but I realized that I haven't shown them on this channel. And I don't know whether you all would be interested in me doing a whip parade on this channel, or whether that feels redundant. I don't know, because I do have a lot of whips that I don't think I've regularly shown on this. I was gonna say on this program, on this channel. Oh no! Okay, our time's getting short. So anyway, I wanted to show the 2 finishes in this bag that were on my other channel from 2019. I had 2 finishes. That's a lot for me. That's saying a lot. Sorry. All right, show her. My first Joan Elliott. Medieval lady.
Look, this is it.
You hold her straight. Okay.
And also, she put Mary Beasley from down there.
Did I? Oh yeah, I was going to take that out.
Why would you take that out? It's
well,
cute.
I don't know. I'm not sure about it yet. Mm-hmm.
Down in that corner.
So this is probably my favorite project that I have done ever so far. It was such a pleasure to work on.
And she
I can't say enough about Joan Elliott designs. They're just so beautiful and so fun to work on. So there's that, and then the second.
Didn't you just say that Joan Elliott put a comment in your thing?
No, that wasn't Joan Elliott, but she is active on Facebook. And then this is my finish from last November. I finished this, actually. This is a Nora Corbett. It's part of the Bewitching series, Bewitching Pixies series. And I finished it in November on Nora Corbett's birthday. So I love the colors in this one. I just love it, and it just pops on that. This is done on.
I like to say when they're finished and when you first make the first stitch, then that's when their birthday. They only get 2 birthdays.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. When they started.
When they started and when they finish it, that's their 2 birthdays only.
Makes sense.
Anyway.
The fabric is 32 count murky linen. Belfast
and also
from Picture This Plus.
Isn't it true that the moon can light up in the dark?
Yeah, I used glow in the dark DMC.
Did it stay there forever or no?
If it's exposed to, I don't know if it's exposed to light. It's hard to work with though. So, yeah. But this is probably like my favorite color ever. I just love the teals in this. It's teal. It looks kind of green right now on the camera. It's a very blue green. So this is Minerva, and I have several of those pixies to stitch to go with her. And I forgot to say that the Joan Elliott was on, this is on 32 count Lugana, called Avalon from Under the Sea Fabrics, which is also another favorite dyer of mine. Isn't she beautiful? So these ladies need to get framed ASAP. And I think that's about our time.
Yeah, we only have like 4 more minutes.
Couple minutes, but I think we're going to cut off early because sometimes it'll cut off. So thank you for watching our channel, our video. And again, this is Panda Stitcher, and she has a channel. She does little short videos. I hope everybody is well.
I really still wanted to make my
as mentally sane as possible.
I still really wanted to make my cat name what was it? Cat Stitcher, because I have a cat right there.
Oh, Cat Stitcher. We have a couple kitty stitches and kitten stitches.
Yeah, we have a lot of cats.
Yeah, true.
A lot of animals. So yeah, thanks for watching.
And I'm going to try to give a shout out every video to another Flosstuber. So this month my shout out is to Little Lion Stitchery. Go give her some love. I think she's fairly new to Flosstube, but she's fun. She is getting married soon, so that's exciting. So go check out her. Stephanie, I think her name is. We have a lot of Stephanies. All right, we will see you guys next time.